Om Shanti. Today is Tuesday, the 10th of October 2023. On this Tuesday morning, let us listen to the Sakar Murli from our beloved Bap Dada Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, at the time of the early morning hours, remember me, your father, with your minds and intellects. Together with that, do the service of making Bharat into a divine land of kings, Rajasthan. Divine land of kings means Rajasthan. Let's hear the essence once again on this Tuesday morning. Baba says, sweet children, at the time of the early morning hours, remember me, your father, with your minds and intellects. Together with that, do the service of making Bharat into a divine land of kings, or Rajasthan. Today's question is, on what basis do you receive the prize of the Sun Dynasty Kingdom? In answer, Baba says, in order to claim the prize of the Sun Dynasty Kingdom, become a complete helper of the Father. Continue to follow Srimad. Don't ask for blessings, but make effort to make yourself a soul, pure with the power of yoga. Renounce your body and all bodily relations, and remember the one most beloved Father, and you will receive the prize of the Sun Dynasty Kingdom. There will be everything, peace, purity and prosperity in that. Today's song is, At last the day for which we had been waiting has come. Om Shanti. The meaning of Om Shanti remains constantly in the intellects of you children. No one, apart from you children, would be able to understand the things the Father explains. Baba says, it is like when a new person goes and sits in a medical college and wouldn't be able to understand anything. There is no such spiritual gathering where people go and aren't able to understand anything. There they relate the things of the scriptures. This is the biggest college of all. This is not something new. The day has come once again when the Father sits here and teaches you children Raj Yoga. At this time, there are no kingdoms in Bharat. You become the kings of kings through this Raj Yoga. That is, you know that you are also becoming the kings of those who become vicious kings. What do we know? We know that at this time there are no kingdoms in Bharat. Baba says, you become the kings of kings through this Raj Yoga. That is, you know that you are also becoming the kings of those who became the vicious kings. You have reviewed intellects. You have received intellects. Whatever actions you have performed remain in your intellect. Baba says you are warriors. You souls know that by having yoga with the Father, you are making Bharat pure, and that by imbibing the knowledge of the beginning, the middle and the end of the cycle, you are becoming the kings who rule the globe. So, Baba is telling us, you have received intellects. Whatever actions you have performed remain in your intellect. You are warriors. You souls know that by having yoga with the Father, you are making Bharat pure, and that by imbibing the knowledge of the beginning, the middle and the end of the cycle, you are becoming kings who rule the globe. Baba says, it should remain in your intellects that you are on a battlefield. Our victory is guaranteed. It is certain. We are truly making this Bharat into a divine land of double-crowned kings. Baba continues to explain the pictures very well to you. We have completed our 84 births and are now to return home. We will then come and rule here. People ask, what are all these Brahma Kumars and Kumaris doing? What is this organization of Brahma Kumaris? The BKs instantly say that they are making this Bharat into a divine land of kings once again by following Srimad. People don't know the meaning of Shri. You know that Shiv Baba is Shri Shri. His rosary is created. Whose creation is all this? The Father is the creator. Whoever it is, the Sun Dynasty or the Moon Dynasty, this is the whole rosary of Rudra Shiv Baba. everyone knows their creator, but they don't know his occupation. So, what is Baba telling us? Everyone knows the creator, but they don't know his occupation. It is not in anyone's intellect how or when he comes and makes the old world new. They believe that the Iron Age is going to continue for many more years. You now know, says Baba, that you have become the instruments to establish a divine land of kings. There will truly be a land of deity kings, and there will then be a land of warrior kings. There will first be a kingdom of the Sun Dynasty clan and then of the warrior clan. Baba says, if you want to become the kings and queens of the globe, your intellects should spin the cycle. What should we do? Our intellects must spin the cycle. You can explain these pictures very well to anyone. This Lakshmi and Narayan belong to the Sun Dynasty clan, and Rama and Sita belong to the warrior clan. They then become the merchant and Shudra dynasties, impure clans. Those who are worthy of worship then become worshippers. So, what is Baba telling us? This Lakshmi and Narayan belong to the Sun Dynasty clan, and Rama and Sita belong to the warrior clan. They then become the merchant and Shudra dynasties, impure clans. Those who are worthy of worship then become worshippers. Pictures of kings with a single crown should also be created. This exhibition will be very wonderful. You know that according to the drama, this exhibition is extremely essential for doing service, for it is only then that it will sit in the intellects of the children. So why is exhibition very important? Baba says, you know, according to this drama, this exhibition is very essential for doing service, for it is only then that it will sit in the intellects of the children. It is explained with the pictures how the new world is being established. The mercury of happiness should rise in the intellects of you children. It has been explained to you that in the golden age, they have knowledge of souls. That is, when someone becomes old, he suddenly has the thought that he has to shed his old body and take a new one. They have that thought at the end of their lifespans, but otherwise they remain happy for the rest of the time. In the beginning, they don't have that knowledge. Baba says, it has been explained to you children that no one knows the name, form, land or time of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, until he comes and gives his own introduction. So what has Baba told us? Baba says, it has been explained to you children that no one knows the name, form, land or time of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, until he, that is he himself, comes and gives his own introduction. His introduction is very deep. At first, it was said that his form is that of a lingam. When they create a sacrificial fire of Rudra, they make lingams of clay, which they continue to worship. The Father didn't tell you about the point form in the beginning. Why? Baba is now explaining it to us. Baba says, if he had told you of the point form in the beginning, you wouldn't have understood it. He explains whatever has to be explained when it has to be explained. You cannot ask, why didn't you explain to us earlier the things that you are explaining it to us today? No, it is fixed in the drama in this way. Baba says service can grow a lot through this exhibition. After an invention has been created, it increases, just as Baba gives the example of the motor car. Baba says at first it took effort to invent it, and then they started producing a motor a minute in the big factories. Science has expanded so much. You know that Bharat is so big and that the world is also so big. Then it will become so small. This has to be made to sit in your intellects very well. It will only sit in the intellects of serviceable children. Baba says all the others simply waste their time eating, drinking and gossiping. You know that a land of deity kings is once again being established in Bharat. In fact, to call it a kingdom is also wrong. Bharat is becoming a divine land of kings, or Rajasthan. At this time, it is a land of devilish kings, it is a kingdom of Ravan. There is the influence of the five vices in everyone. There are millions of souls, all are actors. They come at their own time and then they go back and they all have to repeat their parts at their own time. So, what is Baba saying? There are millions of souls, all are actors. They come at their own time and then they go back and then all of them have to repeat their parts at their own time. The drama repeats identically, second by second. What is Baba saying? The drama repeats identically, second by second. The part that was played in the previous cycle is the part that is being played now. All of this has to be kept in your intellects. It becomes difficult when you are engaged in your business, etc. But the Father says, the early morning time has been remembered. They sing, O mind, remember Rama in the early morning hours. So what do they sing? O mind, remember Rama in the early morning hours. The Father says, now don't remember anyone else. Remember me in the early morning hours. The Father now tells you this personally, and it is then remembered on the path of devotion. So what are we remembering? The Supreme Father is telling us to remember Him in the early morning hours, and Baba says, the Father now tells you this personally. Baba is telling us here personally, and it is then remembered on the path of devotion. There is no remembrance of this in the golden and silver ages. The Father says, O souls, remember me, your Father, with your mind and intellect in the early morning hours. Generally, devotees remain awake at night and they remember something or other. The customs and systems of this time then continue on the path of devotion. You children continue to receive many different methods with which to explain. So, what is Baba telling us? Remember me in the early morning hours. The Father now tells you this personally, and it is then remembered on the path of devotion. There is no remembrance of this in the golden and silver ages. The Father says, O souls, remember me, your Father, with your mind and intellect in the early morning hours. Generally, devotees remain awake at night and they remember something or other. The customs and systems of this time then continue on the path of devotion. You children continue to receive many different methods with which to explain. At such and such a time, Bharat was a land of divine kings. Then it became a land of warrior kings. And then it became a land of merchant kings. They continue to become Tamo Pradhan day by day. They definitely have to fall. This cycle is the main thing. By knowing the cycle, you become the kings who rule the globe. You are now sitting in the Iron Age. The Golden Age is in front of you. You have the knowledge of how this cycle turns. You know that you will be in the Golden Aged Kingdom tomorrow. Baba says you know that you will be in the Golden Aged Kingdom tomorrow. It is so easy. At the top there is Trimurti Shiva. There is the cycle. Lakshmi and Narayan are also included in that. When this picture is kept in front of them, it is easy to explain to anyone. Bharat was a divine land of kings, but it isn't that now. There aren't even those with a single crown. You children have to explain using the pictures. These pictures are very valuable. They are such wonderful things, and so you have to explain them wonderfully. You should all keep these pictures of the tree and the Trimurti in your homes. So what is Baba saying? They are such wonderful things, and so you have to explain them wonderfully. You should all keep these pictures of the tree and the Trimurti in your homes. When your friends and relatives come, explain these pictures to them. This is the world history and geography. All of you children should definitely have these pictures. Together with these, you should also have good songs. So what are the two things Baba is telling us to have with us? Pictures and good songs. At last the day has come. Truly, Baba has now come. He is teaching us Raj Yoga. Anyone who asks for the pictures can have them. Poor people can receive them free. However, you have to have the courage to explain them. This is the treasure of the imperishable jewels of knowledge. You are donors. No one else can donate the imperishable jewels of knowledge like you do. There is no other donation like this. So, you should donate these. So, Baba is telling us to donate the imperishable jewels of knowledge. You should explain to whoever comes. When they see one or two come, many others will come. These pictures are most valuable things. So what is Baba telling us? These pictures are the most valuable things and we should explain to whoever comes. When they see one or two come, many others will also come. They are invaluable, just as you are also said to be invaluable. Baba says you are becoming like diamonds from shells. If someone were to take these pictures abroad and explain them, there would be great wonders. For so long, sannyasis have been saying that they are teaching the yoga of Bharat. Each one praises his own religion. Those who belong to the Buddhist religion make so many others into Buddhists, but there is no benefit in that. Here, you are changing human beings from being like monkeys into those who are worthy to sit in a temple. Only in Bharat were they completely viceless. Baba says Bharat was beautiful and Bharat is now ugly. There are so many human beings. There will be very few people in the golden age. The Father only comes at the confluence age to carry out establishment. He teaches Raj Yoga. He only teaches it to the children who studied it in the previous cycle. Establishment has to take place. Children are defeated by Ravan and then they conquer Ravan. It is so easy. So what do? Children are defeated by Ravan and now they conquer Ravan. Baba says it is so easy. Therefore, you children should have big pictures made and do service using those pictures. The writing on them should be very large. You should write on them when it is that the path of devotion begins. You should write on them when it is that the path of devotion begins. The Father would surely come to grant salvation when degradation comes to an end. Baba has explained that you mustn't tell anyone not to do devotion. No, you have to give them the Father's introduction, for only then will the arrow strike the target. So what is Baba explaining? You mustn't tell anyone not to do devotion. No, you have to give them the Father's introduction, for only then will the arrow strike the target. You know that the war is called the Mahabharat war because this is a big sacrificial fire and that war starts from this sacrificial fire. This old world has to end. These things are in your intellects. People continue to receive peace prizes, but peace is not established. In fact, it is only the one Father who establishes peace. You are His helpers. You have to receive the prize. The Father doesn't receive the prize. The Father is the bestower. You receive a prize number-wise according to the efforts you make. There will be countless children. Baba says you are now establishing purity, peace and prosperity. What are we establishing? Purity, peace and prosperity. It is such a big prize. Baba says it is such a big prize. You know that however much effort you make, you will accordingly receive the prize of the Sun Dynasty kingdom. The Father is the one who gives you Shrimat. You cannot say, Baba, give us blessings. You students are given advice. Remember the Father and your sins will be absolved. Only with the power of yoga will you souls become pure. All of you are Sitas. You go through fire. So, since we are Sitas, we go through fire. Either you go through the power of yoga or you will have to burn in the fire. Renounce your bodies and all your bodily relations and remember the one most beloved Father. Baba says, however, it is difficult for this remembrance to remain constant. It takes time. What happens? It is difficult for this remembrance to remain constant and it takes time. The fire of yoga has been remembered. The ancient yoga and the knowledge of Bharat are very well known because the Gita is the jewel, the mother of all the scriptures. Raj Yoga is mentioned in it. However, they have lost the word Raja and just got hold of the word Yog. They have lost Raj and kept Yog. No one except the Father can say, I will make you into the kings of kings with this Raj Yoga. You are personally now sitting in front of Shiv Baba. You know that all of you souls are going to reside there in the supreme abode, and that you will then adopt bodies and play your parts. Shiv Baba doesn't take rebirth. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar also do not have to take rebirth. The Father says, I come to make impure ones pure. This is why everyone remembers me and says, O purifier, come. These words are accurate. The Father says, I am making you into pure deities, and so you also have that much intoxication. The Father says, I am making you into pure deities, and so you should also have that much intoxication. Baba enters this one and gives us teachings. Whom? Brahma Baba. Baba is the master of this garden of fruits. We are holding on to Baba's hand. This is all a matter of intellect. Baba is taking us across to that side from this ocean of poison to an ocean of milk. There is no poison there. That is why it is called a viceless world. Bharat was viceless and it has now become vicious. This cycle is only for Bharat. Only the people of Bharat go around the cycle. Those of other religions do not go around the full cycle. They come later. So what should we understand? Only the people of Bharat go around the cycle. Those of other religions do not go around the full cycle. They come later. This is a very wonderful cycle. Let there be this intoxication in your intellects. Pay a lot of attention to these pictures. Demonstrate this by doing service. Your name will be glorified if these pictures are sent abroad. Service would then take place at a fast speed. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and we the spiritual children also say namaste to our spiritual father. Today's essence for dharana has 2 points. The first point, donate the treasures of the imperishable jewels of knowledge that you have received. Do not waste your time eating, drinking and gossiping. Second point, do the service of making human beings become like diamonds from shells. Don't ask the Father for blessings or mercy. Continue to follow His directions. Today's blessing, may you be a great renunciate and renounce any honor or status you receive from the service you do and make your fortune imperishable. Let's hear the blessing once again. May you be a great renunciate and renounce any honor or status you receive from the service you do and make your fortune imperishable. Baba explains, the instant fruit of the elevated actions that you children perform is to be praised by everyone. A server receives a seat of elevated praise. He receives a seat of honor and status. This success is definitely achieved. However, all of that success are steps to the destination. They are not the final destination. Therefore, be one who renounces all of that and become fortunate. This is called being a great renunciate. The speciality of an incognito great donor is to be a renunciate of his renunciation. Finally, the slogan for today, in order to become an angel, see the part of all souls as a detached observer and give them Sakash, a current of power. Slogan once again, in order to become an angel, see the part of all souls as a detached observer and give them Sakash, a current of power. Acha, Om Shanti.